Hi, everybody. Today is December 7th. Um, just so you know, my name's Stephanie Cardenas. You might know that already if you're on my page, but if you're not on my page yet, my name is Stephanie Cardenas. And today I want to talk about abuse and how abuse affects one's life, but how one is able to still, get past it and move on with their life. They don't have to suffer for the rest of their life. So as a young child, I was abused. Probably started at 5 or 6. It was a family member. And it was a very terrifying, scary thing for myself because I thought I was in a safe place. My mother used to take me and leave me in my grandma's house, and I thought that I was actually safe there, And I wasn't, I was being abused, like I said. I'm not going to say the person's name because I don't, God knows and they know, and that's all that matters. But yes, I just want to talk about this because if anybody's going through this or has gone through this but hasn't been able to get through it and needs support or help, I want you to know that I'm here to listen, to talk, to relate. You don't have to feel like you're alone because you're not alone. There's many of us in this world that have been molested, that have been raped, that have been taken advantage of, just because of the simple fact that we're women, and many men in this world believe that they could just take advantage of us, and overpower us. And that's not right. It's not right. And furthermore, as a child, I remember being so scared and trying to reach out to my aunts or my grandma to, crying because I would tell them that I was scared, like I didn't want to sleep in the living room. I wanted to sleep with them, so that way I knew I would be safe. But they never understood it, they just thought I was just crying just to say it. And, it wasn't. I was saying it for a reason. So I want to stop right here and begin to tell you that if your child or anybody's child that you're watching is scared or they're telling you things, listen to them. Listen to them. Kids don't lie. Kids are usually 100% truthful, more than an adult. Listen, pay attention to the signs. No child, no person deserves to go through any type of abuse. I don't care if it's physical, mental, verbally, emotionally, it's unacceptable. Nobody should have to go through any type of abuse. And I went through that for, I don't know, maybe 9, 10 years of my life. I remember, them thinking that, it was cool for them to be doing that to me as young as I was, and then sharing it with their friends. And, it was like, I don't know, maybe it was a game to them. It was a game to them. Maybe they felt that it was okay to do what they were doing. I don't know. I don't have the answers for them, only for myself. Or maybe that, I don't know, in the back of my mind, maybe I think maybe they were being abused and that's why they were doing it to me. Or somebody was doing that to them and then they started doing it to me. So, yes, and then when that was happening, since I was young, like I said, 5, 6, I would have my other cousins or whatever, and then I was doing it, playing around and doing it and thinking that it was okay, that it was acceptable, and it wasn't. You don't do things like that. You shouldn't be playing, especially with your family members or anything. That's private. A girl's area is private. A boy's area is private. Not a woman nor man should have to go through that or feel like, so scared because this is continuously happening and you're trying to tell people and nobody's listening to you. They're just thinking that you're just saying whatever. And it was crazy because as a small child, I remember not telling my father, because I know my father. My father was crazy. If I would have even told him anything like that, he wouldn't have thought twice about it. Like, he would have just killed this person or anybody that would hurt me, for that matter. You know, that's one thing he didn't play about was me, but he was so consumed with his relationship with my mother, because he was abusing my mother. They forgot about me. You know, they forgot about me. And the whole time while they're arguing and fighting and abusing, I'm over here getting abused over here in another house. You know, here my poor mother, thinking I'm safe, and I'm not. You know, so what I'm trying to do today on this channel, you know, is to help other women or even men. You know, if you've been abused, it's not our fault. It's not your fault. Things happen, you know. But the most important thing is to be able to work through those things, those type of abuses, to be able to rationalize in your mind so you don't stay sick. Because a lot of times we carry this with us for a long time, and we're the ones that stay sick. We're the ones that stay sad and down and always thinking about it in our head, you know. That's why God says, give it to me. He says, give it to me. Give me all your worries, all your problems, and let me handle it. Call upon me. The Lord, you know, Spirit says, the angels say, your ancestors, call upon us. Let us help you so you can get out of that abusive relation that, you know, has happened to you in your own personal life. And obviously, when I was young, it wasn't that easy. And like I said, I knew my father was crazy. I didn't want the problem to get bigger. And as I got older, though, I did confront the person. I told my mother, you know, it was like nothing to everybody. It was like nothing. You know, here I am all messed up inside. But to everybody else around me and in the world, it was like nothing. Just like in the old days, they used to say that a lot of people were getting abused back then. In the, you know, 1950, 1960, all the way back then, you know, 1940. And that it was always a secret. You know, it's a secret, whether it's in the churches. Oh, it's a secret. Don't tell nobody. Nobody, you know, don't tell nobody, or you're going to get in trouble. Don't tell nobody, or, you know, we're going to do this. We're going to kill this. You know, we had to teach our children today that no matter what somebody says, because like I told my kids and I tell my grandkids, I don't care if somebody tells you that they're going to kill me, kill your mom, kill your dad. Don't worry about that. You come and tell us, because nobody should be able to touch you. Nowhere, not in your privates, nowhere, or even hit you for that matter, if they're not your mother and father. I have to let them know, and they always wonder why I always ask them, or why am I always... It's because I've been through this different types of abuse. So I know what happens, and I know it usually happens to many of us, and they always end up being blood relatives, okay? Friends. People, you have to pay attention to the signs. Your daughter shouldn't be sitting on people's laps, your friend's lap, or, you know, things like that. I mean, you could see the signs. You have to pay attention. This is the problem, that we don't pay attention. You know, sexual abuse is very ugly. You know, you carry this, what do I want to say? This big knot in your stomach all your life. And it's like, is anybody even listening? I mean, it looks like nobody cares. You know, that's how I felt all my life. Like, oh, this is the normal thing to do. Everybody go around, you know, molesting, raping, doing whatever you want to people, having sex with people. Who cares if they're 5, 6, 7, you know, just do whatever. I mean, come on. I was a child. I was a child. Why would you do that? Why do people do this? And this is why I'm reaching out to other women, men, whatever, you know. Maybe your child has gone through it now. Maybe you have gone through it and you have yet to even talk about it or bring it out. But you need to. You need to talk to somebody, you know, whether it's me on my channel and through my messages or through somebody else. But don't walk with that pain, because I know what that pain feels like. And it's a heavy burden. It's a very heavy burden. Um, and you have to release it. And see, I'm still releasing. And this happened a lot. It's been years. But it's in the back of your mind. It's something that won't ever go away. But you just learn how to deal with it. You learn how to get through it. I pray and I ask God to help me every day to understand why I had to go through the things I went through. It wasn't fair for me as a child to go through those things. Just like it's not fair for any of you to have to go through that or to feel like you're alone. Because you're not alone. I'm here. Now I'm here. I'm showing the world and speaking out so others can speak out, so we can get better as a world. Because if not, we'll stay sick, and then it will continue to keep happening to our family, to our children. And I don't want nobody to have to suffer the way that I did. No child should have to suffer and go through any type of abuse. When you're a child, you're supposed to be able to have fun, with your friends and enjoy life. It's supposed to be a happy time. And I'm not saying that I wasn't happy, because there was a lot of times that I was happy. But I was always scared too of a lot of people, because they were hurting me since I was a little girl, like 5 years old. Who does this? All the way until my teenage years, through my 20s. Incident after incident after incident after incident. It was ongoing. So today, I'm sharing this with you because maybe I can help somebody. Maybe I can save somebody. Maybe somebody needs to get out of a situation that they're in. Maybe somebody feels closed in and doesn't have anybody to talk to and doesn't trust anybody. This is why I'm making this video. So you could feel like, relate. We could relate to each other. We can help each other. This is how we have to start making a new earth and a new world. It starts with us, with me, with you. Speak out. Let it go. Let the pain go. Because I'm tired. I don't want to walk with pain no more. And this is just one video that I'm talking about. I'm going to have many more. I've been through a lot. I can tell all of you that tonight. But if I could save the rest of the children in this world from not having to go through what I went through, then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to speak out. Even if I have tears in my eyes. Even if I'm still trying to get through it. But I'm going to do what I have to do. Because I know my people, they're counting on me. My next generation of people, my blood, they're counting on me. All the new babies that are born in my family, they're counting on me. They're counting on us. Your families are counting on you. It's unacceptable. I don't care if it's a teacher, a priest, your uncle, a friend. It's unacceptable. Don't be scared to talk out, to speak out. You have to start speaking to your kids. And, we're all adults. We know how, there's ways that we have to speak to our children. If you see anything, just, don't think that you don't need to question it. Question it. Find out. Protect your children. Don't let them get hurt. Don't leave them by themselves. Don't trust everybody. I didn't trust everybody with my kids. I did it. I had to keep an eye on them left and right. They only were allowed to go right in the front, and I had to hear them constantly. I didn't leave my kids with nobody. I don't know. I learned because why? Because I know what I went through. And I don't want anybody else to go through that. I don't want my grandkids to go through that. So, I just wanted to bring this video out today about this part. Like I said, about the sexual abuse, about young children. And I thank God that I'm able to talk about it, even with tears in my eyes, that I'm able to release it. Why? Because Spirit, the angels, my ancestors, they're here with me right now. They're helping me to cope, to get through, to change. Because in order for me to be where I need to be, I got to let go of all this. I have to speak it out and get it out. I know what I got to do. I'm not a fool. In order to move and progress and be who I need to be in this world and get to where I need to get to, I have to deal with all that is inside of me. Every last thing that has happened, whether it's good or bad, I have to deal with it. God already told me. I'm here for a purpose. We all are. You got to find your purpose. And I want to say too, don't ever feel like you're less than or like you're nobody, because those type of abuses are not our fault. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't your fault. It was those abusers' fault for doing that to us. And whoever hurt them, maybe like I said, maybe it happened to them too. Maybe they were just being curious. But it shouldn't happen. If adults are paying attention to their children the way that they should be, on top of them, these things are not going to happen. Let your children be children. Don't be dressing them, all provocative or like grown women. Dress them in their kids' clothes. Don't give a grown person a reason to even want to look at a child. Sometimes it's our own fault. It's our own fault because we're not paying attention, or we're dressing our kids like they're grown women today. Don't do that to them children. Let them wear kids' clothes. Let them enjoy their childhood. Protect them from anybody, any predator, anybody trying to come at them. It's your responsibility, just like it was mine. But in order for this world to change, we all have to start talking about what has hurt us in this world. The people that have hurt us, so we can overcome and be who we need to be. So we could be set free. Because what does the Lord say? What does he say? Whoever he sets free is free indeed, right? That's when you're going to find peace, and he's going to fill you up. Because one thing that I've learned, no matter how bad the situations were that I went through, it made me a strong woman today. I'm strong. I'm not going to, you see me crying, but trust me, I don't take no shit from nobody. And I'm not. I don't care who you are. You could be the president. And if you're not God, I'm going to go straight through you. So it's either you or me. It's just how it's going to be. Because this is what I have become. But I'm still loving. I'm still caring. I still worry about the world. Even though I've been hurt time and time and time again, I'm still moving and going up the ladder. Why? Because I know pain, and I know God's word, and I know that love wins all. I have to forgive. I have to forgive and let go. It doesn't mean that I ever have to let anybody do anything to me again or hurt me again, because that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, not in this life and not in the next life, or to anybody I love if I can help it. So I want all of you to know that on this channel, I'm here. You want to message me, you want to talk about some things, I'm here. You want to support me, you can give me donations for my channel, for my, for me to be able to build myself and be a speaker. I'm speaking to you on here right now because obviously the coronavirus is going on. So I can't get gatherings together and be able to speak in front of big audiences. But for me, I'm going to pray that God brings many of you here so you could be set free like I have been. Even though you see me crying, I still have some pains because that's something that I might always have, and have some tears with. When people hurt us, sometimes we don't understand it. And I didn't, and I don't think I ever will, because I don't feel that a child ever deserves to go through nothing like that. But the good thing is that I know who my God is, and I know that I'm okay. I know that it's not my fault. And, all I can do now is try to help other people in the world so they could try to get through it by me talking about my issues and bringing it out in the open, and hopefully save as many children as I can. So like I said, keep coming back. Reach out to me. I'm here to share, and I hope that you are too. Leave comments, like it, subscribe, share it. This is what it's for. This is for change. This is how we start changing in the world. This is how we bring change. This is one example that I'm using today. And it's not easy to talk about these things. As you can see, it brought tears to my eyes. But I'm doing it because I know it's not only helping myself to talk about it and get it out. I might help a lot more people around the world. And even if it's just one that listens to this video and understands what I'm saying and feels what I feel because they have also gone through it, then I know I did what I needed to do today. Thank you for listening to me. Like I said again, subscribe, like, share, hit the notification button. My Cash App is there if you want to leave donations or plant a seed for my channel for what I'm trying to do with my videos and speaking, because this is something I'm going to make a career out of. This is one of my goals, and just one of them, because I got many. Before I leave this planet, I'm going to do a lot of things, because I came here for a purpose, and I have to get it done, because that's how I am, and it's who I am. When I put my mind to something, I'm going to do it until it's finished. And then when it's finished, I hope that that's the time when God comes for me to take me home. But you all have a loving rest of the evening. And just know that I don't know any of yous, but I have love for all of yous. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you've done. I love you. Just like God has loved me unconditionally. God bless you all.